Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy. We're coming off a beautiful Yankees win tonight. Spam those W's in the chat. Let's go. Appreciate you all for stopping by. We're rocking hashtag no hat Pat tonight. It is so hot. Maybe we'll throw on a hat at some point. I have no idea. But appreciate you all for stopping by. It is 10:57 Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully everyone's doing well. But love to see the Yankees pull out a victory tonight. You really love to see it. Listen, I'm going to call a bunch of you out here. Most of you were pretty doubtful going into tonight's game. I think most of you guys predicted a loss. I'm going to say I predicted a win. I'm just saying I predicted a win. I'm not trying to do my own horn. But appreciate everybody for stopping by. Let's take attendance/roll call. You guys know the deal. Let's start off with the first W's. Shout out to Jesus. We got Anthony, Not So Family Fun Vision, Dirt Bike Nation. We got Jose, Dirt Bike Nation. We got D-Dog, Andrew, Evan, Sal, Sam Young. Who else? We got Jarrell. We got Ed, Yelkter's Report, Lori, Amy, so many, John, Leanna. Sorry if I missed anybody. Hope everyone enjoyed their night up until this point. But I see a bunch of you guys talking about a no-hitter in Colorado. To be honest with you, I don't really care. The Yankees won. That's all that really matters. Even though, listen, a few takeaways right off the bat. Jameson Taillon, not that good. Shohei Ohtani, an absolute beast. But with that being said, let's take a look at the box score to kind of start things off tonight. You guys know the deal. Looking at the hitting from tonight, not too shabby, honestly. It felt like most of the Yankees were kind of putting the bat on the ball tonight. DJ LeMahieu went 1 for 4 with an RBI. You had Judge going 1 for 4. He had that 2-run shot. Gary went 2 for 5, two runs himself. Stanton did go 0 for 2, but he did have 3 walks. So shout out to Stan. Good eye at the plate tonight. Voit went 1 for 5 with an RBI himself. Glaber went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Gio went 1 for 4. Andujar went 3 for 4. Honestly, Andujar didn't really have such a great day in the field, but he did pretty solid with the bat. So I guess he made up for it in that department. But then Gardner went 0 for 1. Could have been 0 for 2, but he kind of got lucky with that sac fly. But he got 2 walks. So shout out to Brett Gardner, I guess. I don't know. Looking at it from a pitching side of things, let's pull that up here. Taillon did go 5 1/3, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. I guess pretty not good. No, I'm not even going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt here. Not a good performance from Taillon tonight. I'm sorry. Especially when you have such a big lead to work with. Not a good performance by Taillon. Sorry. Nestor Cortez, though, fantastic performance from him as usual. He's honestly been one of the Yankees' most underrated relievers so far this season. It's actually ridiculous. He has a 1.02 ERA on the season. He went an inning and 2/3 tonight, only gave up 1 hit, no earned runs. Shout out to him. And then Albert Abreu didn't really look too bad in the last 2 innings of the game either. He went 2 clean innings, perfect innings actually. 1 walk, 1 K. There you have it. There you freaking have it. I have to admit, I really enjoyed watching tonight's game, chat. If we're kind of going back to the main frame here, very, very happy watching tonight's game. It felt really good to watch like a clunker. For the first time in a while, we watched the Yankee game, and we didn't really have that much stress for the most part. I think that's the key, right? I don't know. It just, great performance. Chat, what was your favorite part of tonight? Personally, I think my favorite part of tonight's game has to be Judge's home run. Now, I'm not trying to say because I predicted it, but I have to admit, I kind of predicted it. Just saying. Let's see. Judge's homer, yeah, same. Dirtbike Nation says, Pat, what's that book about the Yankees 2020 season? Bro, really funny you mentioned that. It's called The Bronx Zoom by Brian Hoke. You can purchase it. Link in the description using code Unhinged30 for only $19. You get 30% off. And if you guys do it, you can message me and get 30% off code for unhingedclothing.shop. Do it. But Big Brain Borg says, Pat, you have elite hair. Thanks. I try. Listen, it's just, the problem is my hair's so long that it's like, it's rare for me to have a good hair day. That's why I'm like always wearing a hat. But like, appreciate it, bro. Jeff says an Ohtani home run that didn't affect our chances of winning. Can I address this really quickly? Shohei Ohtani, bro. The dude's an absolute tank. Like, I would love to see him in the Bronx. Absolute beast, bro. Shohei Ohtani is just a dog. For no reason. Bro, Shohei Ohtani just shows up and does what he has to do. He has, like, what? 29 home runs on the season? Either 28, 29. I have no idea. Something stupid. Bro, I don't think, like, we acknowledge the fact it's literally... He's literally a Cy Young and MVP candidate at the same time. How? And the fact that the Yankees could have had him, but he didn't want to be on the East Coast, it hurts my heart. Like, every time I get reminded of that, dagger in the heart. It is what it is. Whatever. Dirtbike Nation says Pat is 5 below Bo Bichette. All right. Okay. All right, cool. Jonathan says, my favorite part was the entire team's approach at the plate tonight. Taking what the pitcher gives them, not trying to do too much. I really hope that they carry that approach going forward. Yeah, I agree 1,000%, bro. Like we kind of mentioned earlier, right? You look at the Yankees lineup as a whole tonight, they got the job done. And we kind of look up and down that box score, and there really wasn't anybody who had such an awful night. You look up and down, these guys put up good at-bats. They drove in runs. They got good hits. And I think that's all you could kind of ask for, right? Especially when you're going up against not the best pitcher in the world. You're going up against Shohei Ohtani tomorrow, so that's key. That's why winning tonight was key, because if you didn't win tonight, you automatically lose the series. Because I don't know how confident I am in the Yankees tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. I'm not that confident going up against Ohtani, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. The bottom line, though, is that they won tonight, and I'm not going to say they're back. I'm not going to say they're back just yet because it's been one game. Let's not forget what we just endured over the past few days. We got swept in Boston, and then you lose the first game against the Angels with Dylan Bundy on the mound, throwing up on the mound here. So, yeah, no. I'm not going to say the Yankees are back just yet, but a win is definitely a step in the right direction, right? Like, you would much rather a win today than a loss. Let's be honest with each other. But other than that, how's everyone's night going? It is so hot. It's ridiculously hot outside, like, for no reason. And you assume, like, once it's nighttime, like, it would be less hot. But no, I feel like it's even hotter now, but whatever. Let's see. Joseph says, if we see them be this consistent, then maybe. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. If you kind of look at the Yankees moving forward, and if they kind of keep up this production, I'll be confident. But I'm a little bit worried, like I said, with Ohtani on the mound tomorrow. I hope that all this progress that they made today just all of a sudden just doesn't disappear. You guys know what I'm saying? And that's the key for the Yankees. I guess we'll see tomorrow, though. I really guess we'll see. Jordan says Ohtani had a good night. I'm going tomorrow. Can't see the Yankees winning. Keep it going. Yeah, no. Wait, was that? No, can't see the Yankees winning the series. I was reading two different comments. No, listen. If the Yankees do win tomorrow, I think that they're set up pretty nicely to win the series, because what's the pitching matchup for Thursday? Thursday is a day game. It's the last game before the Yankees play the Mets starting on Friday. But it looks like on Thursday it's going to be Monty versus Griffin Canning. Another guy who has like a 5 ERA. So I don't know. Shout out to Ruben Cruz with a $2 dono. Appreciate you, Ruben. Give me those finger guns. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you, Brian. Ruben says, read my last two comments. I'm sorry I missed your comments, Ruben. He says, good win, but still not excited. I honestly need a whole month of crazy offense and winning from the Yankees to feel better. I need Judge Stand to go crazy on a home run barrage like Schwarber. Can we talk about Schwarber and what he's doing? Shout out to Kyle Schwarber, bro. That dude's raking. Another guy that the Yankees could have gotten, but they didn't. They decided to go the Brett Gardner and Jay Bruce route anyway, but we're not talking about that tonight. No, listen, I agree. Before we get too excited, the Yankees definitely need a crazy month of offense, right? And that's exactly why I'm not getting too excited just yet, because we've seen how bipolar this team is, right? They could easily just come out tomorrow and be garbage. So you never really know what to expect. But also, Ruben says finally Judge hits a homer with someone on base. Don't say that to Dan. Do not say that to Dan. But I think that narrative that like Judge isn't clutch isn't logical. I think like obviously maybe Judge hasn't gotten like the key hits in huge late game situations, right? But I think the narrative that he's in clutch is a little bit overblown. I don't know. I'm just saying. THE says, no hat, Pat. Did you lose a bet? Nah, I just decided to go no hat, Pat tonight. It was hot. I was like, whatever. So here we are. But shout out to Christian with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Christian. Give me those Brian Ferry guns. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you, bro. He says, sorry I had to miss a few minutes here. I'm back, though. No worries, Christian. You guys know the deal. Even if you can't stop by for the whole stream, I'm here. I'm always going to be here. You wake up, I'm here. You go to sleep, I'm here. You could watch any replay in history, I'm here. That's a scary thought. Like, you guys could go back and watch, like, any live stream replay you want. You could fall asleep listening to me, bro. I'm just saying. Jeff says it was hot, just like the Unhinged merch Pat's wearing. Bang! Nice job, Jeff. Appreciate you. Let's see. Yankee Fan for Life says it's weird how the heat in the South is up in the North and the heat from the North is down in the South. Bro, I'm going to be honest. It's 11 o'clock. I'm confused. I don't know what that means. My brain can't process that right now. It's not math, but for some reason I still can't process it, so I don't know what's going on. Yelkder's report says, my favorite part in a humorous way was Nestor Cortez versus Shohei Ohtani. That was funny. That actually was a very funny moment. I don't know if you guys saw, but later on in the game when Cortez was going up against Ohtani, Cortez was doing like some weird-ass slow-motion toe tap, the slow wind-up kind of deal, and the umpire kind of called time because of it. I don't know. And then after that, Nestor Cortez does like a little bit of a quick pitch kind of deal, and I'm not talking about the show on MLB Network. And then after that, he did like a little sidearm kind of thing. I love Nestor Cortez. I wish he would shave the mustache. Clearly, it's working for him, though. So, Nestor, whatever you got to do, you got to do. I'm not going to judge you, but at the end of the day, I still think a beard would look cleaner than that mustache. I'm just saying, I'm not criticizing your mustache, Nestor. I'm just saying I think a full beard would look better, but unfortunately, the Yankees don't allow that. Moving on. Let's see. Can you talk about Gleyber? Yeah, listen, shout out to Gleyber Torres. He had a great night at the plate. Maybe it's kind of a coming out party for Gleyber. Obviously, you can make the argument a few of those hits were little bloopers. He had that one blooper, and then he had that opposite field hit, I believe, that drove in 2 runs that the infield was kind of vacated over there. But I think the bottom line is, like, if Gleyber Torres starts to kind of come around here, it's huge. It's actually funny because I just posted a video about Gleyber Torres yesterday, and kind of whether or not we should be concerned about his struggles. It would be pretty ironic if he starts to go on a tear here into the month of July, and he kind of just rakes in July. I think we'd all be happy about that. But moving forward, I'd like to see a little bit more consistency from Gleyber Torres before we actually say he's back. So, but tonight's definitely a good sign moving forward, not only for Gleyber Torres, but the Yankees as a whole. Siciliano, New York Yankees said, Yankees phenom Jason Dominguez to make history by playing in the 2021 All-Star Futures game. Indeed. Me and Para are going to be having a video come out about that tomorrow. Kind of go more in depth about what to expect out of Dominguez in the Futures game. Also kind of what we expect from him moving forward. Whether or not we think he should even be in the game. It's going to be an interesting podcast coming out tomorrow morning. Amy says, Pat, do you prefer Torres or would you sign Seager/Story next year? Ideally, I would sign Seager and trade Gleyber. But I think what the Yankees are going to do, they're probably going to hold on to Gleyber and not sign anybody. That's probably what I'm thinking they're going to do, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Yankee Fan for Life says, okay, a little bit more explain. Let's see if we can run through this. What I'm trying to say is that the usual heat that we endure in the South, i.e. 90 degree plus, is up in New York, while the heat that you guys endure, 70 degrees max, is in the South. I don't know. Like, to be honest, I think that, like, the heat that we get in New York in the summer is pretty hot. Like, 70 degrees max is, like, our March. I like, maybe I'm just delusional here, but I always remember, like, June, July, August in New York being, like, hot. THE says, finally a win, but I'm not on board with this team until they can both hit with runners scoring position, runners on base, and score runs, not via home run consistently. Fair enough, bro. But Daryl makes a point. He says, I'm so sorry for Park and Ambergy because this win leaves them in the minors for another month. Chat, I don't know if you guys were listening to the broadcast today, but Michael Kay, Paul O'Neill, David Cohn, they were all kind of talking about Ambergy and Park. And it was so strange because they were talking about them and kind of talking about how good they were. But at the same time, Paul O'Neill was telling a story about his heyday back in Cincinnati when he was raking in AAA, but he wasn't able to come up because Dave Parker was a starting outfielder for Cincinnati, right? And he was trying to compare it to the situation right now with Park and Ambergy. But it's so different. It's such a different situation in so many ways simply because, bro, the guy who's blocking Ambergy is not Dave Parker. It's Brett Gardner and Clint Frazier. You cannot compare the skill level of those guys in any capacity, bro, at all. So it's a little bit frustrating in that sense, but I am happy that Yes Network kind of gave Park and Ambergy a little bit of airtime to just show how well they're doing in AAA. Also, I'd like to make note, Trey Ambergy did not record a hit today, but he did get hit by a pitch, so that means that his on-base streak is now at 36 games. Trey Ambergy has reached base in 36 straight games. I don't want to hear any excuses as to why he doesn't belong in the majors, because there's none. There's actually none. Moving on. Let's see. Cashman said he didn't want to bring them up. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Cashman's kind of interview, whatever you want to call it, before the game today. I don't know word for word what he said, but I think what he basically described is that the Yankees are set with their left field situation. And I think they still kind of have faith in Brett Gardner, Clint Frazier, and Miguel Andujar. I don't know. Let me see if I could find like the exact quote for you guys, because I know it was something along those lines, but I don't want to like misquote him. You guys know what I'm saying? Let's see. I know it had to do like specifically with left field. Here we go. Cashman's not making left field changes. Let's see. So he was kind of asked about like turning to Trey Ambergy, Estevan Florial, or Hoyjun Park in AAA. He said, we've had conversations like that, but we didn't pull anything yet from AAA because we feel like this is our best troop right now. Whether it's good enough or not, and I'm searching outside, we'll let those other players play down there. That makes me sick to my stomach. That actually makes me sick to my stomach. Do you guys not understand how despicable that sounds? No joke. I'm going to read that for you one more time. We've had conversations like that, but we didn't pull anything yet from AAA because we feel like this is our best troop right now. In what world is Brett Gardner and Clint Frazier part of your best troop, Brian Cashman? Please let me know what analytics points you in that direction. Please let me know what points you in that direction. And then when he goes on to say whether it's good enough or not, and I'm searching outside, we'll let those others play down there? What do you... Bro, we're talking about guys that are hitting 350 and that are 26 years old. We're not talking about a 20-year-old that's batting 230 in AAA. We're talking about guys that have proven that they're ready at the major league level. And you're telling me that you think that you have your best troop on the field right now? Really, Brian? Really? Give me a break. Stupid, bro. Moving on. Also, he expressed so much love for the Yankees coaching staff as well. In case you guys missed that, he basically went on to say that the Yankees coaching staff is built for to win. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Let's see. Brennan Thomas says, stop hating on Clint. They never give him a chance. Listen, Brennan, I don't know how familiar you are with my content. I'm one of Clint's biggest fans, okay? But there comes a time and place where Clint Frazier has been so bad this season, it's impossible to defend him. And I agree 1,000%. He never got the true opportunity that he deserved. 100%. But at the end of the day, when he has gotten opportunities, he hasn't made the most of it. So it is what it is. I definitely put on the Yankees organization as well for Clint Frazier's struggles. But at the end of the day, you kind of have to realize, like, Clint just hasn't been good this year. And I think it would be a completely different narrative if he did perform well when he's on the field, but he just hasn't. He hasn't, and that's the bottom line. But I don't know. I see a lot of people talking about Corey Dickerson to the Jays. Yeah, we talked about this in the pregame. I love Corey Dickerson. I wish the Yankees would have gotten him, but they didn't. So, whatever. Lori says, if I was at Ambergame Park, I would be pissed. Is that, like, chat, I know I'm not taking this the wrong way. If I'm Hoi-Jun Park or Trey Ambergy, I'm taking that comment from Brian Cashman, and I'm being sick. Like, I'm actually being sick to my stomach hearing that. Because you have guys that are just obviously raking down there, and then you have guys in the big leagues that are obviously not doing well. That's just a slap in the face. Oh, yeah, we're going to let them play down there. This is your best troop? Those two words, best troop, actually makes me sick. I'm a little bit nauseous right now. A little bit nauseous. I wish I was lying to you guys. Insulting, as Ranting Baseball Friend said. Insulting comments. But moving on. Let's see. Jacob says, did you hear all the BS? It wasn't the coach's fault. It's actually all the players, coaches, and management. Yeah, no, I mean, Brian Cashman, he's just been a doofus as time goes on. But yeah, it is what it is. Ed King says, life lesson, not everyone makes it to the major leagues, even if they're good enough. And that seems like it's mostly a Yankees thing, right? I feel like if Trey Ambergy or Park were on any other team, you guys know they'd be up right now. You guys know that. Come on. Come on, chat. Any other team, Ambergy would be like a starting left fielder 3 years ago. Come on. Hashtag, come on. Let's see. Not so family fun vision says, I think you're nauseous from the humidity. It's effing terrible outside. Listen, chat, on the bright side, I know I'm not a fan of the hot weather either. So, tomorrow's the last day of the hot weather, at least in New York anyway. So, I think Thursday it's supposed to get nice again. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the heat. I'm just saying. Jonathan says, best troop sounds like a Boone line. I mean, Boone and Cashman are essentially the same person. So, yeah, it essentially is a Boone line at this point. Jacob says, can Ambergame Park ask to be traded? I wish they would ask to be traded. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. No matter where they go, I'm going to be rooting for them. Just like wherever Mike Tauchman goes, I'll be rooting for him. Listen, all these Yankees that go elsewhere, I truly just wish the best for them. I'll never, root for a former Yankee to do bad. As long as they're not facing us, I'd like them to do well. I don't know. Maybe you guys won't agree. William says, Yankees legend says not everyone is built for New York. With that said, has anyone stopped and think Cashman's track record shows he isn't built for the New York Yankees? Business plus friendship equals negligence. Chat, let me say this one thing right here. Anyone who's saying Brian Cashman has done such a good job with this team, such a good job with roster construction, how many division titles have the Yankees won since 2013? I know the answer, chat, but I want to see you guys say the answer. How many division titles have the Yankees won with a Cashman-built roster since 2013? You guys could spam that number if you'd like. I'm seeing a bunch of them. Bunch of ones. A bunch of ones. One division title in 8 years. 8 years. And that was with a roster that Cashman didn't even really build. That was a roster that overachieved significantly. We're talking about 2019, by the way. We're talking about a roster that overachieved significantly. If it was up to Cashman, those guys would not be in the starting lineup. They were just reserves at this point. But it's crazy to think about. One division title in 8 years with a team that's been expected to do so much. If you would have told me in 2017, when this team was kind of built for not one World Series but multiple, that this team would only have one division title by now, I would have called you crazy, bro. Brennan says, you go into the Subway Series? I wish. Listen, chat, you guys know it's so tough for me to kind of go to the games because I love doing the pre-games and post-games for you guys here. And if I go to the game, it's not really possible to go to do those. So I'm hoping maybe later on in the season, maybe in September, we'll do a vlog where I go to the Citi Field Subway Series. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm hoping to maybe get 1 or 2 more vlogs for you guys as the season goes on. Postseason's going to be tough because that's definitely content I want to get in a vlog. But then also at the same time, I want to be able to do pre-games and post-games for the postseason as well. And the World Series because I still think the Yankees are going to make it. I don't know. Let's see. LA Yankee King says, this is a good win, but I don't know how to feel about it. I think a lot of people are in the same boat as you, LA Yankee King, simply because, you look at this team, and they've significantly been bad over the past few days. And now they have this commanding win tonight out of nowhere, which, personally, I was kind of expecting, because this was just one of those games we felt like the Yankees were going to cruise for no reason. But I can't say they're back yet. You can't say they're back after just one game. That's just irresponsible to do so. But now that they're 1-4 in their last 5, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I want to see a much more large sample size before we make any assumptions that this team is back to what we thought they would be, right? But Martin says, Pat, what did you have for dinner? Also, please give Park and Ambergy a chance, like what Cole says, for peep's sakes. What I had for dinner, I actually had a turkey burger. So, yeah. Turkey burgers are fire. Appreciate turkey burgers. Let's see. Spade says, this is ridiculous how long it takes for the MLB to post the game highlights. It takes like 1 hour after the game, and sometimes they don't get all the highlights. Listen, Spades, I'm giving out a huge shout-out to Dan right now. You should be subscribed to Yankees Avenue on YouTube. Dan pumps out the highlights like automatically after the game ends. So you should definitely check that out. If you don't subscribe to Dan, definitely subscribe to him at Yankees Avenue. Daryl says, first of all, we need a good general manager, not one that spends all the money on a couple players and then complements the team with players like Odor, Bruce Gardner, etc. Very true. Very true. Yeah, and as Ruben said, Dan already has them up. Dan gets them up instantly, bro. Instantly. Let's see. Yankee Fan Flight says, Pat hit the gym, my guy. You're lacking the muscle. Bro, who needs muscle? Who needs muscle, bro? I got that skinny look. Let's go. How's Dan doing? Dan is doing much better than he was last night, for sure. Ed King says, you have to enjoy big wins like this when they happen instead of finding all the negatives. You know, it's kind of true. You should kind of live in the moment. I agree 1,000%. But also at the same time, it's like, I'm not that person who lives in the moment. That's just not me. I don't know. Like, I'm always looking. I'm one of those people that always looks like the next step, right? I don't take one step unless I'm looking towards the next. And right now, what I'm looking at is, obviously, I'm happy about tonight's win. But at the same time, I'm like a little bit stressed because we have to face Shohei Ohtani tomorrow. And I know that's going to be a tough matchup for us. So at the end of the day, it's tough. It's really tough. Ranty Baseball Friend says, hey, Pat, I live in Queens. What trains do I take to get to the stadium? I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I've never taken the train to Yankee Stadium. So one time what I did with Dan was we took the Long Island Railroad to Penn Station, and then from Penn Station, we took the subway to Yankee Stadium. I don't know what train it was. Maybe the 4 train? I think it was the 4 train. I'm not a big public transit guy. Usually when I go to the Bronx, I either A, take an Uber, or B, drive. That's usually what I do. But if you want to take the train route, I'm not too sure. Maybe someone else can help you. Let's see. Daryl says, this team was designed a few years ago to have the all-time home run record. For reasons of destiny, they had a relative success since the Twins got in their way of their projection. Yes, FJ said the 4 in the D train. That sounds right. That sounds right. FJ, you know what's up. But what was I talking? Oh, yeah. So basically, listen, I don't really care about the all-time home run record, to be honest. That means absolutely nothing. As we've kind of realized, this Yankees team, they need to learn how to score without the home run. It's as simple as that. And as Justin said, now the Twins suck. So clearly home runs don't really mean much. Moving forward, I just really like to see the Yankees win games. I don't really care how they get it done. I just want to see them win. That's it. Simple as that. Elegant King says, do you think the Yankees need to rebuild with keeping few pieces untouchable? I don't think they need to rebuild, more like a retool. Like Jose said, Kyle Schwarber for Aroldis Chapman and Clint Frazier. I don't know if it would take that much to get him, but I would love to get Kyle Schwarber. That would be awesome. He would be an awesome get. Oh my god. But Jose, could you guys imagine? All right. I know a little bit off track here, but I tweeted this out today on my personal Twitter account at Unhinged Patrick. But I mentioned, I was like, isn't it so ironic that I feel like every single left-handed hitter that walks into Yankee Stadium rakes? You're looking at like Austin Meadows, Rafael Devers, Shohei Ohtani. These guys literally walk into Yankee Stadium and rake. It's almost like Yankee Stadium is built for left-handed hitting. Really? Really? Because clearly the Yankees haven't gotten the memo because they do not have any big left-handed bats. I don't understand why. I don't understand what their reasoning is. It's so confusing to me. but it's whatever. I don't know why the Yankees refuse to get left-handed hitting. Whatever. Imagine Kyle Schwarber in the Bronx. But listen, shout out to you, Elvis, with the $5 dono. Appreciate you, Elvis. Give me those Brian Ferry nuts. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you, bro. He says, let's be honest. If we didn't have a great bullpen, we would have the Twins record. You know, you're not wrong. The Yankees bullpen has honestly helped them out a lot this season, especially Aroldis Chapman being fantastic in the beginning of the season. And then you look at that Yankees bullpen. I don't even think we've seen them at full strength yet this season. We really haven't, because it seems like any time one guy comes back, another guy gets injured, right? So I think Yankees bullpen at full strength is ridiculous. You're looking at Aroldis Chapman, Zach Britton, Jonathan Loaisiga, Darren O'Day, Nestor Cortez, who's honestly made a name for himself as a solid piece in that bullpen. You're looking at Lucas Litke. Who else is out there? So many solid arms in that bullpen. Super underrated going into the season. I definitely agree. THG says Schwarber is not the type of guy that we need outside of him being a lefty. He's a home run nothing guy. We need more contact hitters from the left side. I agree. Oh, how did I forget Chad Green? Chat? I'm ashamed. I'm actually ashamed. I should just leave and never come back. I was talking about the Yankees bullpen. I forgot to mention Chad Green. What? I'm sick. Hey, Siri, play I'm Upset by Drake. Oh, wait, don't, because I don't want to get copyright strike. Jonathan says, tonight would have been a good night to get O'Day an inning coming back from injury. I agree. I think what they were trying to do, though, was use Abreu, because I'm pretty sure Abreu's going down tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe they just want to, like, milk him before he gets sent back down. I don't know. Serdar says, can't wait for the Subway Series and my World Series. I'm going to be honest. With you guys. I stress out significantly for the Subway Series every single year just because it gives me really bad, like, PTSD from high school. Because, like, I remember when I was on my baseball team in high school, like, it was 2015, and that was when the Mets were really good and the Yankees were, like, eh. But also, like, at the same time, whenever the Yankees would play the Mets, like, the team would, like, be split into two different categories. It would be, like, the Yankee fans and the Met fans. And I feel like the Met fans just always had the last laugh. Especially when the Yankees got eliminated in the wild card that year. And then, like, the Mets made the World Series. I was rooting for the Royals pretty heavy. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I think you guys would understand, like, me not wanting to root for the Mets being in Queens. There's a lot of Mets fans. Bro, especially, like, when the Mets are good, you have so many people jumping on the Mets bandwagon for no reason. It's so aggravating. But, listen, if the Yankees aren't playing the Mets, I guess I'll root for them. Unless they're playing Unhinged Casey, then I'm rooting for Unhinged Casey. Let's see. No love for Wandy Peralta. Yeah, no. I mean, Wandy Peralta, an absolute stud in the Yankees bullpen. He deserves all the credit in the world. He might be the best pitcher in the world. No joke. Jose says, what is Pat's obsession with I'm Upset by Drake? I guess you might not get the joke. It's basically, bro, I'm not explaining the joke. I think you should just get it by now. But, chat, kind of wrapping things up based on tonight's game. A few things. One, the Yankees offense looked pretty damn good. Now, whether or not that's going to hold up, especially tomorrow against Shohei Ohtani, that's time will tell. Time will tell what happens with the Yankees offense. But also, let's also keep in mind Jameson Taillon was pretty damn bad. Pretty damn bad tonight. I'm not trying to, like, make an assumption here that he's just not going to improve at all this season because now we're going to be in July. His next start is going to be in July, and he's not really showing any signs of turning it around. He had that good start against KC, but now this was a total bounce back to badness. If badness is a word, I don't know, but I just invented it for you, Taillon. I don't know. I've kind of lost all confidence in Jameson Taillon moving forward. I truly have. But then, bottom line, big win tonight. You love to see it. The Yankees are going up against Ohtani tomorrow. I know I mentioned that, but it's going to be a big game. I want to see what they could do against him. I really do want to see what they could do against Ohtani. I think tomorrow's going to tell a lot regarding how we should view the Yankees moving forward. And then I think the Mets series is going to be huge for the Yankees as well. The Yankees have a lot of big tests coming up. But as far as our content goes, tomorrow, 12 p.m., video coming out on the channel about Jason Dominguez participating in the Futures game with me and Para. Should be fun. Chat to CJ in the chat. Long time no see. And then tomorrow for the pregame, it's going to be really fun. It's not going to be a traditional pregame. It's going to be me and Derek live on here for the 643 DP podcast. And we're going to be going live at 6 p.m. tomorrow, so stay tuned for that content. And then after the game, of course, I'll be live for the postgame. With that being said, everyone check out all the links in the description. Be sure to download Newsbreak, posting exclusive content on there. There's going to be an exclusive post-game with me and Para posted on there. I would say in a couple hours, so stay tuned for that. Also, join the Discord. Really fun group chat with a bunch of Yankee fans there. And also, unhingedclothing.shop. Everyone, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. Like I always tell you guys, we're going live before and after every single Yankees game, so stay tuned for all that content. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Let's go, Yankees. Big win tonight. Hopefully, they do it again tomorrow. Peace.